I truly love Pope Francis. I think he's amazing. And I think he's the perfect man at this time, even though there are many who oppose him. But I wish he'd do something. I wish he could form a council of peace and invite every religious leader of every religion, and also maybe a representative of every country to come and be along to this council of peace, and that they would commit themselves to working every day on peace. I just wish he could or would. I wish somebody would do it. I don't have the courage or the strength or anything to do it, but it needs to be done. And I'm basing this on, listen, we're going back about 3,000 years to Isaiah. And so this isn't just a Christian thing. Listen from the Jews. Listen to what they said, talking about God. He shall judge between the nations and impose terms on many peoples. This is God. He will do this. And he said, they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. One nation shall not raise the sword against another, nor shall they train for war again. That's God speaking through Isaiah. He will take the instruments of war and turn them into instruments for farming. It was Pope Paul VI, I believe, that said this, and it's a beautiful banner. I think Sister Corita made it into a piece of artwork. If you want peace, work for what? Justice. If you want peace, work for justice. Nobody likes to be treated unjustly. Nobody likes to be deprived of food because someone so wealthy has billions and billions of dollars and lives in total luxury. For that matter, I watch YouTube and like to look at all these strange things going on in the world. How can a house cost $62 million? How? What does it have? Gold dripping in place of water? I don't know. $62 million, and that's not even the most expensive one in the world. Somebody could do a Siri right now and tell me, but whatever. If you want peace, work for justice. I just don't see it. What are we looking forward to in 24 days? Celebrating the coming of the Prince of Peace. Really? Really? Do we really believe it? But to inspire us, we have this gospel today. Now, this is a centurion. That means a Gentile, a non-Jew. And his servant, a beloved servant, probably his head servant, I don't know, but he obviously loves him, and he's paralyzed and suffering excruciatingly. And so this centurion Gentile goes to a Jew, the Jew of the time, Jesus, and says, my servant is suffering greatly. And he doesn't even ask the question yet. Jesus zooms in, right, and asks it for him or answers it for him. I will come and cure him. And then the moment happens. This Gentile, he tells Jesus, no, I'm not worthy that you come under my roof. That's why we say that before Eucharist. What a humble and unworthy thing to say this, that I'm not worthy that you should come into my house. You're too great. You're too holy. You're too wonderful. And then he says, but just say the word, my servant will be healed. Then he explains why he believes that. I'm a man of authority. I give orders, they're done. And you are the supreme authority, Jesus. Look at you, this holy man who can cure and heal. In fact, he puts his faith in Jesus that Jesus can even do what I call the first long-distance healing. He doesn't even go near his house. I don't know how far it is. Let's say it's 10 miles. And he says, okay, your servant is better. And he is. A long-distance healing. Wow. And even Jesus, according to this story, it happens a few times, but even Jesus is amazed. Amazed. And amaze is not a little tiny word. For someone to be amazed, it's like knocked off your feet. Whoa! Did I just hear the centurion say this? Dear God in heaven. What if we had that kind of faith in the Prince of Peace? And what if we proclaim peace with every syllable that fell from our mouth? And what if in order to attain that peace, we realize, yeah, you have to be just. Everybody deserves to eat. Everybody deserves a job. Come on, let's get it together. And if you happen to be, if there's any billionaires here, share a little of it, okay? But if there's any billionaires here, will you commit a couple million, please, to food for the hungry or whatever? A couple million? If you've got $1 billion, you've got, $999,999,999 and one more. So a couple million, it won't hurt. And that's what Jesus is asking us as we prepare for his entrance into our world again. He's not coming in again, he's here already. But we celebrate that entrance, Emmanuel, God with us. And hopefully he'll do a little amazing in us. Please stand.